Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Hubbard map tour. This episode is going to be way different than probably 95% of the content that's on my channel. But I'm doing a Hubbard one. I'll probably do a couple other map tours, just ones that I feel like deserve shout outs or, credit because I think they're phenomenal. Obviously, Tahiti County, that map, that one, I thought that was great. That's why all three of my series have been based off that one. This is another map that I think is phenomenal. And mainly, I'm also doing it because one of my series on the channel is going to be moving there. You can play guessing games in the comments below if you want, but I know no one really likes to comment on videos, which is fine. But yeah, so we are going to kind of give a tour, like I said, just because of that I'm moving a series here, but mainly because I think the modders, I believe it's Texas Modding or something like that. If I'm wrong, hopefully I'll remember and I'll put the actual credits to whoever it is below, and I apologize if I did get it wrong to the actual credits or to the actual creator, but I think this map is amazing, mainly because it's, again, kind of from my area. It's based off of northeast Nebraska, which is relatively close to where I'm from. And like I said before, Tahiti is very close to what the area that I am from, that it's pretty close to that, or how my area is. And yeah, which, yeah, I'll say that too. Like I said, Tahiti, they deserve a ton of credit. I love that map. That same modding group, I believe, was coming out, or is coming out, or already has come out with a map for Carroll County, Iowa, which would be fairly close to what I live by. From the screenshots that I've seen of it, it'd be really close. But Carroll County is a couple, or like an hour or two drive away from where I'm from in northwest Iowa. But yeah, so that's enough blabbing. I'll just go ahead and jump in the side-by-side that is provided to you if you do begin on a beginner set, if that makes sense. A beginner mod set. No, what's it called? The beginner settings, or select the beginning farmer settings on when you start into the map for the first time. Sorry, that was overly complicated. But yeah, so this kind of beginning farm, I'll jump in the side-by-side here, and we'll drive over there. Whoop, we're going to crash into this fence. Oh, there we go. Nailed it. So it looks like you must begin with all these bins here, and this auger over here, and it looks like 2 sheds. See, I assume we'll start in this back one and then go to the front one. Oh, yep, full of equipment. Looks like they got a John Deere here. I can't see the number on it. Oh, but it's got the license plate on it. 7810, and then they got a Massey 3670, and I got a truck there. Gonna get the, oh, it's a Mack. Okay, I don't know what number it is or anything like that. We got a tillage piece here, Kuhn mowers here, and Breedle spreader. Sorry if I said that name wrong. Looks like it's just mainly this. I'm not saying these condescendingly to the map makers, but I appreciate on this one that they at least give you starting equipment if you were to do a beginning farmer one, because I know some other maps. Whoop. Ignore that. I definitely didn't actually click on that. I know some maps, they don't give you any starter things or starting thing. I don't know if it's because they're leaked or what, but sometimes some of the map makers don't give you a starting map or starting thing. So I appreciate that these guys did with starting equipment. I'd obviously probably, if I started it, I'd probably delete it all and just buy my own equipment because I like a lot of the mods over the base game stuff. That's just based on European style stuff. But yeah, got a John Deere 625X header there. And we're going to go ahead and jump in this shed here. I got a rock picker sitting out front. Oh, there's a planter, another John Deere 7R 270, huh? With a weight kit on the front. There's the corn header, excuse me, and a T560i. Definitely not an American style combine. Normally, maybe they do have some in some places, but around here specifically, the S series is overly common. So yeah, we got a Kenzie 3665. As you can read there. Kenzie is kind of common around us, but they've kind of been slowly fading out, mainly because around us, the only dealership that is really close anymore is there's multiple Deere dealerships, and then there's a couple Ziegler dealerships, which is Agco, Cat dealerships. And then there's actually there's a different one that's just a local owned one that's an Agco one as well. But yeah, there's the nearest Case one now is, wow, is it really? Yeah. The nearest Case one is going to be 45 minutes in just about every direction. Except for, I guess, straight north would be an hour and some change to get to the nearest one. There's going to be 45 minutes west, 45 minutes if I head east, 45 minutes if I head south. And that's because Titan closed up a whole bunch of their dealerships. There used to be one literally 10 minutes away. But I guess there's a New Holland dealer now that I think about it across the road from the one Ziegler, or kind of across the road, kind of kitty corner across. Anyways, there's a New Holland one which would give you all the parts for Agco and Case New Holland company. But yeah, anyways, this is not blabbing about random stuff. So here's when you would start, here's the base 2 fields that they selected for you. There's all the bins as you can see. We are going to go ahead and head into town here. And then I'm also, I don't know, here's just, if I can zoom out here far enough. This map is massive. I think they said it's only a 16x map. But I mean, this is as big as if you guys have ever played the shoot, the Michigan, I think, or I don't know. I'm forgetting the name of it. But there's one map that I played a ton of because it's just a massive, basically just open square fields, kind of looks like this, but I mean, it's not. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah. I love this because there's actually, we'll just fly around. There's actually roll to the hills here, and I don't need to zip around that fast, sorry. Here, let's get a little bit higher. All right, so there's actually roll to the hills. I love that. So here is the town of Hubbard, Nebraska, is what they say. I've never actually been to Hubbard, Nebraska, so I don't know if this is actually the town size, but or if I assume it is since it's a satellite photo. But you can see the baseball field there, softball field. Must be the co-op, or they use it as the Deere dealership shop on here, but yeah. Pretty small town, kind of. I don't know what the actual population is. I'm sorry. I should have looked that up before, but here we are. So yeah, here's the baseball field. Here's the Deere dealership. They got a couple tractors sitting outside, some balers too. Looks like a car shop, car repair shop right here. Here is the only gas station in Hubbard. As you guys will see, like I said, I mainly didn't mod the map much. I kind of modded the town. I added a whole bunch of stuff into town, just to make it a little bit more fit the series that I put it into. Now realizing as I'm talking about this stuff, like I said at the start, like this is gonna come out 2-3 weeks before you guys even see the first episode of us moving to that map. So yeah. But where should I go now? We're gonna go, here is the milk parlor, milk plant, cheese plant. This actually, I don't know if that's like a European style. Here, I'm gonna jump out of flying mode. If this is like a European thing, like they have smaller cheese plants, but like the 2 cheese plants nearest me, like they are this big. Like they have extra storage facilities, warehousing on it. Like I get, and I get that this would be like a smaller one, but like I wish, and maybe I could find if I look through the mods that they would have a big one that would actually be like a factory, like the local ones are to me. So they got a little park in town here, bunch of houses around, and yeah, I think that's about it. Got, like I said, the gas station. So out here is the co-op that they have set up. And must be like the construction company or one of the bigger construction companies or something in the area where you could pick up rock and gravel and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Looks like they have an anhydrous tank set up there, or maybe that's propane. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Anhydrous, okay. Here, we'll just run over here. So here's the co-op where you sell your grain on this map. I like that he used some of the base game stuff, as well as kind of expanding it too, because I don't think, or maybe this all was together. I could be completely wrong. I am sorry in advance. But here is one of the main things I love about this map. Some maps, they're kind of plain and they don't add acreages and random farmhouses around, you know, just like a normal countryside would have. Like this one has acreages around. I also love this lake that's in the middle. But yeah, like this. This is amazing. I love this setup. Like it's, oops, wrong button. I meant to jump out of there and not click off screen. I am sorry. I am terrible at this today. But like this is a cattle setup too that would be probably some guy's actual cattle setup in real life. And I love that. And this one, this guy, this map creator or map creator, sorry if it's a group, also has bales setting around and which you can't pick up, but like I like those as decorations too, because I think it's really like it adds to it. Like bales sit out in fields. Actually, I can show you one spot way up north here, but like that's how a lot of dairies and a lot of cattle setups have it. Like they just have grass patches just sitting on the edge of fields. Here is the cattle auction yard, sale barn yard, if you will. And here's another thing I love about this map too. They have random sheds just laying around too. Like they just have a shed in the middle of a field, which is very common in my area. Well, I shouldn't say very common. Like if a guy takes down most of the acreage, they'll leave up the shed that's fairly decent, and they'll store some equipment in there that they don't need very often, like this. And I really like that. Which I mean, this isn't a very big shed, but yeah. This is, I don't know, maybe this is realistic to Nebraska. This isn't very realistic to my area. They don't just have a house with cattle yards on it. Normally they have a shed or two around. But yeah, they got some big cattle yards here. Very realistic. I don't know if this is a mod error or if what, but it would have been really cool if he had the feed bunks all the way along here too, and you could put it in there, but I suppose that would take a whole lot of time to mod in. Just a little bit of experience that I have, that would take forever, but I'm not very good at it. But here's another thing, like you have acreages that just have sheds that look half used or half abandoned. And I know you can't use any of these, but yeah, but they got houses everywhere. And over here, I know this is what I was talking about earlier about the bales. Um, they just have bales lined up along the fence line here. Like that's very realistic to my area of the world. Uh, Northwest Iowa, Southeast South Dakota, Northeast Nebraska, Southwest Minnesota. We have a lot of cattle and hog setups, and they have, yeah, they'll just leave bales out in the field, and then they leave them close enough with the drive that they can come pick them up whenever they need, because if they take them all back to their yard and they can't just store them all there, it's hard to store all the bales. Here's another like random yard that, you know, it's a nice little setup. Looks like there's a fence that comes all the way down and around. But yeah, you get a little shed and an old bin, and yeah. Um, yeah, see, this is what I mean. They just got a big stack of bales somewhere. I mean, normally they'd be in nice lines, not separate lines, but I don't know, some farmers are kind of weird like that sometimes. But yeah, this is also on this corner of the map. I really like this. Oh no, you're saving? Oh, that's unfortunate timing. Should have just turned off auto saving since I'm just doing a map tour on here. All right, so we'll go up here to where we're at. This would be very characteristic of pasture ground around me, at least. You got all these kind of valley areas, and then they dam up a stream, that kind of waterway stream that comes out of a hillside here. And then they'll make a pond, and then they'll have like 2 or 3 of these pastures come together, and then they'll have this pond where you can where the cows can drink out of it. So here, I'll fly back over. Is my jump not set very high? Let's try this again. Maybe it is. Whatever. So yeah, you can see like this one even has kind of a dam across it, or whatever you guys call it. I know they're called different things, and literally 30 minutes away there's different counties that call them different than, yeah. But anyways, the dam, and then they'll pond up this area, and then they'll have their cows out here on this hillside that would be very hard to farm. I guess, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to farm, but in real life some of these are, it's just a pain. And if you have cattle, you need the hay ground anyways, and with the way the USDA has highly erodible ground and wetland stuff set up, it could really hurt your bottom line when it comes to either government funding or stuff like that. If you were to farm like this, or crop insurance would, it definitely hurt that big time. But yeah, so here's this pond. Looks like it just kind of comes out of this big field here. But yeah, here's a whole bunch of rolly ground too. You can see they even got a corral in the middle of it for their cattle. But yeah, let's see. Let me look at the map and we'll see if there's some other spots that I really want to give you a tour of. Like I said, I love this lake setup that they got here. Obviously it's set up for the real world, or based off the real world. English is hard today. Recording this on a Friday, and it's going to be out next Wednesday, so, or Thursday. What day is it? Yeah, Thursday. Anyways, so yeah, so I'll scroll all the way back out. Yeah, I guess, what's this little corner thing? Just some trees. Yeah, it looks like it's just some trees. I don't know. I definitely didn't do it justice, giving this map tour. But I just wanted to kind of show some of the spots around, because like I said, I'm going to be moving to this map for one of my series. You guys will see which series it is coming up, but I mean, it's going to be a couple months yet, now that I think about it. So yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed that little tour. It's not much of a tour. I did not do this map justice. Like I said, it's a phenomenal map. I love it. It's very, very based off of my area. You got flat grounds, like all of this over here is flat as can be, and then you all of a sudden just hit ground that's hilly as can be. And all this ground that's flat as can be is going for 2-3 times the price that one of these hilly grounds like field 32 that were right over here is going for 2-3 times the price, which granted it'll produce 2-3 times a crop, but for a beginning farmer it kind of gets hard to get into farming when your ground is, or when everything that you get a chance to buy for prices that you think would be reasonable are ground that is not great. So yeah, anyways, yeah, we'll just conclude it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a huge favor, leave a like and subscribe if you have not. All right, like I said, did not do this map justice. I will say I am gonna stop answering the mod questions, you guys. You haven't. I don't have many comments yet, but like it seems to be a very common thing of mod. Where's this mod? Where's this mod? Where's this mod? Where'd you find this mod? And I get like a lot of other guys have stopped replying to those too. It is linked down below. Most of my mods come from the same places, modhub.us or just the mod hub on here, or I follow some Facebook groups, and maybe I'll link those down below if I remember. But I've paid for some of these mods. Some of the other ones I've gotten from guys that have paid that are good friends with me. So, which sounds cheesy and stupid, and probably cheap, but oh well. I love the mods I got, and especially this map. I really like it. So, and sorry if it's not the completed version that is out there. I haven't updated this mod yet. I honestly got it 2 months from when I started recording this video, which I'm recording this video August 16th. Like I said, this video is probably coming out next Thursday, 22nd. And yeah, so yeah. Like I said, I got this mod way back in mid-July, I think. I guess not 2 months ago. I think, yeah, mid-July. And I just recorded a couple episodes last weekend for the series that's moving here. So, yeah. With that, that's enough of an outro. I babbled on for the entire video, and you guys probably won't even like this video, but it is what it is. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I already said that stuff. Why am I saying it again? I'm sorry. I even said that to myself. That don't say that again. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.